Across Biscayne Bay, just 1,500 feet from Miami's Neon Pulse, lies a world that money alone cannot access. Fisher Island floats like a mirage on the horizon, visible to all, attainable by few, a private universe where even billionaires must receive written permission to visit. The ferry crossing takes 7 minutes, but traverses light years in privilege, delivering you to America's most secretive enclave of untold wealth. Here, power operates by whisper rather than declaration, where titans of industry retreat from the very world they've shaped. The island's carefully curated invisibility stands as its ultimate luxury: absence from tourist maps, freedom from paparazzi lenses, liberation from the performative wealth displayed across the water. In today's episode of Luxury Travel, we explore the most elusive residential island in America, where extraordinary affluence finds its most perfect expression, not in what's flaunted, but in what remains deliberately unseen. The sun rises over Biscayne Bay, illuminating what might be the most exclusive 216 acres of real estate in America. While the rest of Miami stirs with honking horns and construction noise, Fisher Island awakens to the gentle purr of custom Bentley Bentayga golf carts gliding along immaculately maintained private roads. This floating kingdom has established itself as the enclave with the highest per capita income in the United States, where the median home price casually hovers around $5.5 million. Your day begins with a biometric scan, because on an island where the average household income exceeds $400,000, remembering faces apparently qualifies as too pedestrian a security measure. The ferry connecting this floating fortress operates under protocols that would make the Pentagon blush. Guests must be pre-registered 24 hours in advance. Vehicles undergo database-linked scans, and former Secret Service agents monitor systems flagging unauthorized drones or vessels. As sales director Dora Puig explains, residents view this infrastructure as a sovereign nation within Miami. By breakfast, your personal butler has already memorized your pillow firmness preferences and arranged for your morning espresso to arrive precisely as you finish meditating in a pod suspended over the Atlantic. The staff-to-resident ratio of 3:1 ensures every preference gets tracked in encrypted digital profiles. Midday activities rotate between 17 tennis courts, including Wimbledon-grade grass, or perhaps a round at the PB Dye-designed golf course. The dual marinas accommodate mega yachts like the 312-foot Areti, with crew quarters ensuring indefinite stays away from prying eyes. Lunch arrives at Porto Cervo, accessible only via private beach cabanas, where wild bluefin tuna tartare is prepared while you lounge on impeccably maintained sand. The 18,000 tons of Bahamian sand cost $4.7 million, bypassing environmental laws by being classified as decorative landscaping. Near 6 Fisher Island, the shoreline subtly glitters. That would be the diamond dust secretly mixed into the sand, creating what marketing materials proudly call Starlight Beach. As afternoon fades, wellness awaits at Spa International, where cryotherapy chambers chilled to negative 220 degrees Fahrenheit stand ready alongside hyperbaric oxygen pods. Dinner presents a choice between establishments making Michelin stars seem commonplace. At Theopolis, chef Luca Fantine serves a clandestine black truffle symphony menu featuring Alba white truffles at $2,500 per plate. The island's organic farm operates on a seed-to-sweet model, where Wagyu cattle graze before being dry-aged in Himalayan salt caves. As darkness falls, you might join the midnight golf tradition, playing 9 holes using glow-in-the-dark balls, while caddies wearing night vision goggles guide your way. Breaking the silent putt rule by making noise during your final stroke incurs a $10,000 fine, payable directly to UNICEF. This parallel universe has engineered convenience, luxury, and privacy to microscopic precision. But as you sip 18-year-old Macallan beneath stars that seem to shine more brilliantly here than anywhere else, you might notice something curious in the antique display case nearby, a weathered deed bearing the signature of Carl Fisher himself, and beside it, a black and white photograph of a modest ferry terminal from 1925. How did this unremarkable island transform from a forgotten piece of swampland into one of America's most exclusive addresses? What we now recognize as the ultimate symbol of American wealth began rather humbly as a mangrove-edged sandbar off Miami's coast. The metamorphosis of Fisher Island represents the quintessential American story, one where ambition, audacity, and occasionally questionable ethics collide to spectacular effect. The island's first owner wasn't a white industrial tycoon, but Dana A. Dorsey, South Florida's first black millionaire. In the early 20th century, Dorsey had amassed his fortune building housing for railroad workers. With remarkable foresight, he acquired the 21-acre island with plans to create a resort for Black Americans during the brutally segregated Jim Crow era. Financial constraints unfortunately forced him to sell in 1919, relegating his visionary plan to a historical footnote. Enter Carl Fisher, the automotive magnate whose name now graces the island. Fresh from essentially inventing Miami Beach, Fisher purchased the island from Dorsey with decidedly less egalitarian plans. His Peninsula Terminal Company aimed to transform the landmass into a deep-water port. Fisher invested $5 million into dredging Government Cut, a shipping channel that permanently severed the island from Miami Beach and expanded the original 21 acres to 216. The island might have remained an industrial curiosity, if not for a legendary 1927 trade. William K. Vanderbilt II, heir to the railroad fortune, sailed into Miami aboard his 265-foot Yacht Eagle. Fisher proposed a straight exchange, 7 acres of island paradise, for Vanderbilt's vessel. The trade was accepted, marking the moment Fisher Island began its transformation from commercial outpost to aristocratic retreat. Vanderbilt embraced his new domain with characteristic excess, commissioning a Mediterranean revival mansion costing $1.5 million, equivalent to roughly $28 million today. The 25,000-square-foot estate epitomized Gilded Age opulence, with guest cottages, an aviary, tennis courts, and even an airplane hangar. Following Vanderbilt's death in 1944, the island entered a period of eclectic ownership. Garfield Gar Wood, inventor of the hydraulic hoist, purchased the estate in 1946. By 1963, ownership had passed to a consortium including Charles Bebe Rebozo, confidant of President Richard Nixon. The modern era of Fisher Island exclusivity truly began in 1987 with the opening of the Fisher Island Club, converting Vanderbilt's historic estate into a luxury hub. Between 2007 and 2013, the club underwent a $60 million restoration. Today, the island houses 800 residences, accommodating 700 seasonal families from more than 40 nations, with an average household income exceeding $400,000. What began as a humble sandbar has evolved into a symbol so potent that merely mentioning its zip code, 3109, communicates more about wealth and status than any business card ever could. And these days, although Fisher Island may occupy only 216 acres of Florida coastline, it harbors enough celebrity, power, and architectural splendor to fill a small nation, as we'll see in the next chapter. The island's resident roster reads like a collision between the Fortune 500, Hollywood's A-list, and the international jet set, a perfect storm of wealth, where old money and new tech fortunes coexist in air-conditioned harmony. Oprah Winfrey acquired her 12,000-square-foot Venetian-style villa in 2005. The media mogul's retreat features a private beach grotto lined with 19th-century Italian mosaics that would make ancient Roman emperors seethe with envy. Her climate-controlled orchid conservatory houses rare species from 6 continents, while her property's dock extends 180 feet into Biscayne Bay to accommodate her Explorer yacht. Julia Roberts became a Fisher Island fixture in the 1990s while filming Sleeping with the Enemy. Local lore recounts how the actress hosted moonlit poetry readings at the aviary, surrounded by rare birds and equally rare vintage champagnes. Celebrity without the spectacle, wealth without the vulgarity. French perfumer Jean Madar commissioned the $55 million mega mansion in 2022. His 15,802-square-foot compound elevates luxury to an art form with its rooftop fragrance lab and underground garage accessible via a retractable swimming pool floor. James Bond villainy repurposed for automotive storage. Comedy legend Mel Brooks, a resident since 1998, famously quipped about the island's normalizing effect. "Here, I'm just another schmuck with a yacht." The director praised the island's biometric ferry system that eliminates the awkward recognition encounters that plague celebrities elsewhere. 6 Fisher Island, a 50-unit condominium designed by Piero Lissoni, showcases interiors featuring rare Travertino Romano marble and intelligent glass that automatically tints against ultraviolet rays. Its $150 million penthouse, purchased by a 34-year-old blockchain magnate in 2023, includes a private elevator descending directly to a yacht berth. The mansions on Fisher Island features smart homes with underground garages for 20 car collections and panic rooms rated for Category 5 hurricanes. The development's crown jewel, the $55 million Villa del Mare, sold pre-construction to a Saudi biotech CEO, underscoring how global wealth gravitates to this isolated paradise. Perhaps the island's most curious structure remains the Ghost Plane Hangar, Vanderbilt's repurposed airplane facility. After his aircraft crashed during a 1937 test flight, killing mechanic Elias Hargrove, staff began reporting flickering lights in Hargrove's former workshop, now a sound bath chamber. Fisher Island's 1952 Visual Purity Act mandates all signage use pre-approved typefaces carved into teak or marble. When Coca-Cola attempted to project a virtual advertisement over the marina in 2021, the council fined them $2.5 million and banned all augmented reality promotions. This blend of authentic history and manufactured mystique epitomizes Fisher Island's character, a place where even the ghosts receive technological upgrades and where privacy has evolved from luxury to obsession. The Fisher Island Club operates as a self-contained utopia where the word "no" has been diplomatically removed from the staff handbook. This members-only institution serves as the nucleus around which island life revolves, providing amenities calibrated to eliminate any conceivable reason for venturing to the mainland. The PB Dye-designed golf course hosts an annual Pro-Am tournament closed to media, where CEOs casually pair with legends like Ernie Els. Here, business deals worth 9 figures are sealed, with a handshake between putts far from prying regulatory eyes. The course's sprinkler system reportedly cost more than $4 million. Wimbledon-grade grass courts receive daily manicuring from groundskeepers trained at the All England Club, while the deepwater marina facilities accommodate mega yachts equipped with crew quarters, ensuring indefinite stays. Recent renovations added electromagnetic pulse shielding around certain berths, protection against hypothetical electronic warfare that seems excessive until you consider the combined net worth of vessels docked on a typical winter weekend. The Roman bathhouse replica, constructed using marble from the same Carrara quarries Michelangelo sourced, features gold-plated fixtures that would make Nero blush. Porto Cervo specializes in midnight clandestino dinners, where guests dine on wild bluefin tuna tartare illuminated by bioluminescent plankton-lit waves. Sustainable seafood harvesting apparently being one of the few regulations the island observes religiously. Transportation around Fisher Island includes hydrogen-powered yachts shuttling residents directly to Miami's Design District for 20-minute shopping appointments at boutiques opened specially after hours. The aviary and observatory houses 137 birds across 26 endangered species, where during twilight sessions, mixologists serve cocktails like the $450 macaw mule, while ornithologists narrate the birds' nocturnal behaviors. The surrounding Biscayne Bay extends Fisher Island's reach beyond its physical shores. The island's 24/7 marine patrol, equipped with thermal imaging technology, ensures even nighttime approaches by uninvited vessels are swiftly intercepted. Recent demographic shifts reflect broader changes in global wealth distribution. Since 2020, 38% of buyers have been under 45, dominated by fintech founders and crypto entrepreneurs seeking primary residences rather than seasonal retreats. Florida's tax advantages have accelerated this migration, transforming Fisher Island from winter playground to year-round billionaire bunker. On Fisher Island, geography, technology, and stratospheric wealth have combined to create something beyond mere luxury, a parallel dimension where money hasn't just talked, it has constructed an entirely separate reality. And now, I'd like to see you in the comments. Have you visited Miami before? And if so, what is your opinion on this luxurious city? I can't wait to hear from you, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Sir Luxury Travel.